Top of the morning, top of the night, whatever the case may be. My name's Ben Matthews, aka Ben Time Traveler. I am who I say I am. Your government with inside the government ain't. Trust me on this. I know these things. I ain't talking about deep state, the window dressing. I'm talking about the government with inside the government. I was thinking that maybe this is wrong for thinking this way. I don't know. Shame on me if it is. But I was thinking, if China was to shoot down the Speaker of the House, Pelosi's plane, it wouldn't hurt my feelings at all, man. What? What are you doing? Huh? Are you talking to me? Huh? Yeah? Here. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt my feelings at all, man. I don't know if, even if the Biden administration, Biden himself, I don't even know if he would take any actions and call that an act of war or not, man. I mean, in my eyes, it would be an act of war. Yeah, I know. I had to, I got this here. It's, it's like high protein, man. And, you're only supposed to give them so much. I gotta make sure old FA here, fat ass, he don't eat it all, man. What are you talking to me about? Huh? You a talker? Yeah. Let's see here. What's up, Moore? The conservative patriots in the house. What up, man? Brad. This is B-Rad. I can't see. I ain't got my glasses on, bro. Got old, man. Sometimes I'm kind of like not seeing the shit, But, no, I wouldn't want anybody representing United States of America and shit, man, to be shot down and shit by the Chinese or Russians or anybody else, man. But, I mean, if that's God's way of justice for we the people, then so be it, man. You know? Because there's scales of justice in the United States of America. I don't want people to say, oh, it's broken. It ain't broken. It's beyond broken and shit, man. It's corrupt, period. The lady justice is supposed to have that blindfold on and shit, man. Well, they got pulled down, man. She's looking and she's got her fingers on the scale, man. And it's not right, man. None of it's right. The FBI covering up Biden's shit, Hunter Biden's bullshit, and Hillary's shit. And, I mean, we can go on and on and on, man. I don't give a shit what the left say, man. You're all full of shit when you're allowing that shit to happen. What you don't realize, and people say this beyond, not just me, other people say this too. You know what? You're not immune from the bullshit that's about ready to happen either, man. When midterms come, they'll put you out there just before midterms and do all this stupid shit and shit. They'll take their boots out the back of your neck. But once midterms is over with and they get what they want and shit, they'll put their boots back on the back of your neck. Look at all this shit right now. Look at all the other trillions and trillions of dollars they just passed. And do you see anything really going towards low income people and shit? Hell no. Once again, never. They can promise you all these programs and shit like free internet and shit, man, and all it is a way to enslave your children's brains into to believe in what they want them to believe. No, not me, man. Yeah, I know. What do you want? You want some meat? Huh? No, today's Friday. It's meatless Friday. You know, meatless. No, no meat today. No, you don't get meat on Friday. No. All right, I'll give you some. Hang on. Hang on, man. Like I said, I wouldn't want nothing really to happen to her, man, but I just see that there's no justice in the United States of America, and if that's the only way we can get justice, I'm okay with it, man. I'm sorry if it sounds so wrong, man, but her husband backing up out of that chip deal and saying, "Oh, he lost money and shit." Yeah, well, he's just gonna reinvest anyway. That's taxpayers' fucking money, man. Inside trading. We'll get some of that. We'll get it. You're welcome. You know, you're spoiled. You know, you're spoiled. Huh? You gotta have that meat, man. I'm telling you to eat good, man. It's a sister I'm trying to fatten up. I'm sure she's here somewhere. I turned my back and shit, and poof, there she is. I've been trying to figure out where the two gray cats, it's sister and brother, where they're coming from. I know where he's at. I know where he's coming from. He's got himself a place across the street over there somewhere, but the other ones, I don't know. I put the live trap out last night to catch the skunk or possum. And I got a little baby skunk and a little possum running around. But I put it in the backyard because cats don't go in the backyard, man. But sure enough, man, fucking caught that orange and white cat, man, last night, man. Freaking them out, man. Had to let them go. Didn't catch no possum or skunk, though. Yeah, I mean, the justice system's so corrupt. The FBI, see, I mean, it's been like that forever and shit, man. Reagan talked about it and shit, man. And we just allow ourselves to allow it. We allowed it, man. We fucking fell asleep at the wheel, man. It's too late, man. You're not putting that shit back in the bottle, man. It's too late, man. It's just too deep. I was in there wondering, all this money, and all this money ain't going where you think it's going either, man. It's black op programs and shit, man. I honestly feel that we're at the end of times, man. I felt this, man, for a little while now, man. I've been saying it, man. I mean, it's just everything's just being put in place, man. God warned us, and we just would not listen. Wouldn't pay attention to what he was saying, to his teachings. That his teachings were the most important thing. Love, peace, and understanding, and much respect of each other. But hell, we can't do that either, man. It's crazy weather, man. I'm telling you, got down in the mid-50s last night, man. It's unbelievable. It shouldn't be even that. It shouldn't get that cold. No, and it's gonna heat up. I tell you, it feels like September. September does this, man. It gets hot during the daytime and nice and cool at night. You know, that's September, man. Going into October now. This. We're breaking into August here, man. A couple of days, and it's feeling like September, man. MH in the house. What up? We've been 107 for 45 days. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. I bet you give anything for 55-degree nighttime weather, man. I I I used to pay attention to the weather all throughout the United States and the world and shit, but I gave up, man. I'm more focused on my area because I can relate to what's happening here, man. You know, I I feel that probably in August we're probably going to get them days, man. We're probably going to get a couple, 3 or 4 days of 100-degree weather. I wouldn't doubt it, man. But it shouldn't have been in the mid 50s last couple of nights. It's supposed to get down in the mid 50s and some places in the 40s. This is the fucking end of July, man. It shouldn't be getting down in the 40s. It's probably last year I predicted an Indian summer and that happened, but I don't think we're getting this year, man. It's probably going to go hot for August and right to cold, man, for October. I don't think we'll have that gradual cool down. We're not getting it now. There he goes. He didn't eat much, man. He left a noodle. uh, yeah, I just feel that the only way we're ever going to get justice, man, if you know, fucking Pelosi's plane got shot down by the Chinese. I pissed off, but I'd be okay with it, man. Fuck it. Take a bunch more with you when you go over there and shit, man, and then have China do it. I really don't give a shit, man. Fuck it. They're so fucking corrupt anymore and shit. Republicans and fucking Democrats, man. Fuck them both, man. Fucking Republicans, they act like they act like they're getting worked and shit, man. But they're not getting worked, man. They're allowing themselves to be taken, man. Then you're supposed to be for the people and shit. Representing me, you and shit. You ain't representing us, man. Oh, they tricked us into that. No, you allowed yourself to be tricked. How the hell are you gonna allow yourself to be tricked like that? Yo, fuck shit. But the middle class is gonna get fucking hit, man. And I told you they're trying to do away with the middle class. They want poor and rich, and that's it, man. No in fucking between, man. You don't fit, man. They don't want no in between. No middle class, man. They're trying to destroy the middle class. And I'll tell you what, 90% of the middle class, when it comes down to it, shit, man, you're going to end up on the fucking poor end of the shit, man. Only 10% will make it to the fucking top. All the rest of you, man, guess what? You're going to be down here at the bottom with me, man. And I'm used to being at the poor end of the fucking spectrum and shit, man. Things don't fucking affect me as much as they're going to affect a lot of other people and shit, man. When they lose their homes and shit, fucking can't pay their mortgage, can't pay none of their notes and shit. Yeah, on all your fancy fucking boats and fancy houses and all that good shit, man. Yeah. Your new fucking electric cars and shit, man, that you can't pay off no more and shit. Yeah. Have fun with all that shit, man. People like me, man, we're used to being fucking eating like we eat and shit, man. Call it survival, man. Even fucking on this going to the grocery store anymore is being survival mode, man. All these people think they got it so good and shit. Well, you ain't gonna have it so good, man. Same for all yous on the left, man. When you think that you're gonna be immune from all that, no, nope. You actually you probably be the worst and shit, man. Just don't forget what Reagan said, man. I'm from the government and I'm here to help you. You should be scared of that shit, man. Well, unfortunately, people are going to need that fucking lefties and a whole 90% of the middle class and shit. They're going to need that help, man. But the government ain't prepared to feed millions and millions of people and shit, man. Ain't no fucking way, man. They ain't even got no more welfare cheese and shit no more, man. And look at the wheat and shit, man. Look at trying to blame one country. Trying to blame one country. Excuse me. On the shortage of wheat and shit. Come on, man. Yeah, maybe towards Africa and Europe and shit around that area and shit, man. But you know what, man? You can't sit there and blame one country. United States, Canada. I mean, look at all the other countries, man, that grow produce, wheat. You're gonna sit there and say that that's the reason why? No, that's not the fucking reason why. Is because the elite, the ones that control all this bullshit, they're fucking stopping shit and from moving and shit. They're bottlenecking this shit up, man. Should we be building our own chips and shit here in the United States of America? We should have been building to begin with. Period. Now you fall back on the game shit, man. Why you think Taiwan is so important to China? I think they're the second leading producers of the chips, Taiwan. If I'm not mistaken. You control that aspect. You control the military planes in the United States of America, the tanks, everything, man. Fucking everything. It's got chips in it, man. Got the mark of the beast. No, you're never going to take the mark of the beast. Well, not knowingly, right? You think it's going to be that easy, man? That, oh, we want to put a mark on your forehead or your hand and shit, man. And you think it's going to be that's the way it's going to go down? That's because that's what they told you. That's how it's supposed to go down. Well, I'm just waiting for them to try to put a chip in my fucking brain or a chip in my hand and shit. No, that's not that. That's what they want you to believe. You already possess the chip. Your cell phone, your computers, your TVs, your cars. Come on, man. They want you to look at the shiny object, man, at the left and shit, but you should have been looking at the right and shit, man. Realize the thing, hey, I'm guilty too, man. I got the mark of the beast. I'm using a phone, ain't I? I'm using a computer. I use to drive my car. But I believe that if you're using it for the right thing and not for evil, but the whole end thing is like the Lord Jesus Christ, King of Kings, told us we won't be able to conduct business without the mark of the beast. Whether it's cryptocurrency, it's still tying into the computer because the World Wide Web itself, man. The World Wide Web. When the world's covered in a spider web, then the days are near. Well, the world's covered in a spider web. It's called the World Wide Web. See how many times you'd be warned over and over and over, and shown these things by your ancient ancestors who were shown by the God himself, man. Whether it's aliens or the Lord Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, I don't care what you believe in, man. But you were shown the truth. And all this talk about the International Space Station, we warned about that too, man. The glass house in the sky when it comes crashing down, whether the International Space Station or Russian or Chinese piece of equipment or whatnot. I believe it's the International Space Station because it's where people live. And all the talk about the International Space Station, they were supposed to be crashing that fucking in the fucking ocean soon enough and shit. Talk about it and this and that and shit. That's the glass house in the sky, man. That's what, there's another warning that you give. But when that happens, people still ain't going to say, oh, that's what God gave us that warning. That's what God told us was going to happen. No, people ain't going to look at us, oh, there's a space station fell from the sky, on purpose. They did it on purpose. So nonetheless, ancient people gave that warning. And they didn't know, what the International Space Station was. They didn't have a word for that. Oh, the International Space Station. They didn't know what that was. It was a glass house in the sky. That's how they write. It's the same with flying chariots. They don't know how to say UFOs and shit, man, because they didn't have a word for that shit. Call them flying chariots or flying dragons of fire, whatever and shit, man. That's how they were able to describe what they were seeing, because they didn't have the word UFOs or aliens. The angels came down. They didn't have a word for aliens, and everything was always God divine, whatnot back in them days, man. God must be God, Some of it was, and some of it wasn't, man. Hang on a second, man. That's like Enoch and Ezekiel, They can cover up the truth to that all they want, man. And people of religion and faith, because I got faith in the Lord Jesus Christ, King of Kings, but I also can tell the difference in stories, man, between aliens and angels. Enoch, he was taken up, man, and he described, I don't care what anybody says, man, he described a UFO, man, and being inside a UFO. There's no question in my mind that's what he was describing, man. Ezekiel, same thing, man. But that's what you're not supposed to know these things, It's always the same thing, man. The Lord Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, said he will return. Well, all throughout history with our ancient ancestors that had contact with aliens, the same thing was said. They shall return. All throughout the history. I don't care what continent you're on. I don't care what ancient ancestors it is. It's the same story. They say they will return. The Lord Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, said he will return. It's the same thing, man. And I don't care how you want to look at it. That's how I look at it. And that don't throw my religion out the window with the Lord Jesus Christ, King of Kings. It actually makes it more stronger. Because, he created all anyway. So he not only us, we're selfish. Of course, human beings are selfish, think you're the only thing of all this greatness, the endlessness, I say endlessness of space and time and dimensions and parallel universes. You think that you're the only thing out here, man? Really? You know how many parallel universes alone there is? You're what you're in right now. It's endless. Space and time is endless, endless. And then on top of the endlessness, there's parallel universes with endlessness. I think that you're the only thing. And I don't care, if it's aliens, God, one way or another. I don't care because this still the story was written and the truth was written in the story. And the ending for us that believe, it's not so freaking bad. Okay? It's actually pretty good. Okay? We're promised. We're promised the heavens, space, time. We're promised to see it all, the beautifulness of it all, man. And that's not a bad thing. But those that don't believe, well, your shit just comes to a stop, man. You continue to live in that filth, pain, and misery and sorrow that you so well choose to believe in, man. I don't believe in it, man. I believe in peace, love, and understanding, much respect. But I also believe in standing up for myself and defending myself and my family and my rights and my beliefs, man. That push comes to shove crap, It's the way it is, man. Don't smack me in my left side of my face, man. Expect me to offer the other side. You smack me in my face, I'm kicking your ass. I know God will want me to stand up for myself and defend myself and my family. I know for a fact he would. He understands I can't fashion my own whip right now. I can't do that in the time that we live in and go beat the tax collectors, the government. I can't go whipping on the government with, I can't do it. He knows I can't do that in the time I live in now. And I understand that. I don't live in the time of Jesus. I don't live back in the days when, I could fashion my own whip and go kick the tax collectors' asses, man. The government. So, that's the way Jesus was protesting, man. Well, we can't do that in the now that we live in. Why? Because your ass will go to prison. Look at all of our brothers and sisters for January 6th. That some of them didn't even do anything. The ones that went inside the Capitol building should have been arrested for trespassing, man. And the ones that had any violent contact and shit, man, well, it is what it is. They shouldn't have went into the Capitol building January 6th. They shouldn't have done that at all. But I understand. That the government worked and orchestrated the whole shit, the glass effect shit. I was telling you, man, when the day it was happening about the glass effect, man. All it takes is somebody to bust a window to get the crowd worked up even more, and that's exactly how it played out, the way I was telling you how it's going to play out. They busted that freaking window, man. What happened? It was all orchestrated by the fucking government, man. When I was in Burns, Oregon, and I watched them shoot LaVoy Finnegan and shit, man, and I watched the whole process and shit, man, I already knew while I was there I was covering my ass. But I learned a valuable lesson that day, man. That was one journey, man. One journey that I learned a lesson. Truly learned my lesson, man. The operation effect of how they work and shit. From the informants there to even today with a clown out there, man, acting like he's one of us and shit, man, and he's nowhere close to being one of us, and that's got to be coming out here pretty soon and shit. But I won't go into that right now. But yeah, you got to be careful now, man. If you're on the right, you're a conservative, you're a Christian and shit, man. You're a Trump supporter. You got to watch your ass now, man. They want to put fear in you. That's what they want to put fear in you. Well, you know what, man? It's not putting fear in anybody. It's being wise enough not to be set up, man. No, man. No gray cat. He's the daddy of the kittens. I don't know where he went, though. He's the dominant male around here. He's losing his spot, man. He's getting up there in age. Yeah, I mean, they're already, and this is how they put it out there too. The mainstream news, even Fox is freaking guilty of this themselves. Some alternative news channels out there, they're guilty of it themselves. It's pre-programming and shit to tell you the outcome of something before it happens. Shit. Well, look, this is what I think's going to happen. Well, they're already saying with Hunter Biden what's going to happen. It'd be all sealed and shit, man, and nobody will know what happened and shit to him and shit, man. And he'll probably get a slap on the wrist and a fine and shit, and that's that, man. You know, and they're already pre-programming you all to accept this shit before it even happens, man. Then they're also pre-programming you for fucking Trump to be fucking indicted and shit, man, charged. Notice that last 2 weeks it just started that, man. But they'll have a hard time fighting with that shit, man. But it's just to get them fucking, because they don't want them to run again. And I asked Trump if he was standing in front of me, why would you want to fucking run, dude? It don't matter. You're not going to accomplish a fucking thing once you get in office again. Anyway, you're not. The FBI still going to be the FBI. The CIA is going to be the CIA. They're all going to be the same fucking people, dude. I don't give a shit. You didn't clean the swamp last fucking time. What makes you think you can clean it this time? Maybe this time they'll fucking get your ass, man. But hey, if you want to run, man, I'll vote for you. You didn't clean the swamp last time, man. I didn't see shit happen. Hey, I say he tried like hell, man. He tried like hell. But when they're all corrupt and they're all fucking socialist, communist pigs, man, and hate America, I don't give a shit if they're on the left or right. Because everybody in fucking Washington, D.C. is, that's another thing. If Russia and fucking China, man, you fucking get your rocks off and shit, man. Fuck New York. Well, I guess you want to drop a few in New York, man, along with Washington, D.C. I'm okay with that shit too, man. I wouldn't want to live in fucking Washington, D.C. or New York or California, tell you that much. I don't even want to visit New York. I can't wait to them times, man. So I don't care. I know I win and shit, and the rest of these assholes all lose, man. And I don't have to do shit except sit back and watch it happen. Watch his arrival on the clouds and shit, man. Watch him coming on the clouds. I'm not dropping to my knees of a heart attack, man. I'm dropping down on my knees, man, and joyfulness, man, happiness, knowing I was right. Yeah, I know it's sad for me to think this way about all the rest of the people, man. They're going to be left behind. But hey, man, they choose. I didn't choose their life for them. They choose their own life, man. Temperature's dropping quick, man. Unbelievable. That ain't unbelievable. It is what it is, man. As long as you're paying attention, you know these things. Most people are going through their day today and shit, and they probably ain't even realizing why they put on a fucking sweater tonight. I don't know if it's tonight or tomorrow. It might be tonight, man. I know last night dropped down pretty good. Some places supposed to get in the 40s. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna cut this short, man. I'm gonna go chill, get me something to eat, man. Got me some thin sliced prime rib. I'm gonna throw some mushrooms up in a pan, man, with some onions and saute them up pretty nice, and throw that prime rib up real quick. Have me a dinner. All right, man. Y'all have a blessed night, man. Peace, love, and understanding. Much respect. Appreciate y'all stopping by, man. I can't wait for the end of times, man. I'm not in fear of it at all, man. Not at all.